Hello once again, everyone. Bill Kelso here at the ballpark, here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. Welcome to the Ontario Collegiate Association's, the OCAA men's baseball here on WeDigital.ca. It will be the George Brown Huskies against the St. Cloud Saints. We're going to toss out the first pitch, I think. It's going to be Ron Segan. There's a look at the batting lineup for the Huskies from George Brown. Gentes at center field. Nole batting second, the right fielder. Herbeck in left. He's batting third. Marquez, the DH. Chamberlain, the first baseman. Actually, they've switched him. Romandel is the second baseman, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Sears. Candolini is the catcher, batting eighth. And batting ninth is Richardson, the shortstop, as this game will be getting underway fairly shortly. Game one of two here at the ballpark. A bright, sunny day, and we're glad you're along. Again, Bill Kelso with you. Working solo here this afternoon. This game will be getting underway just momentarily. Just a gorgeous day here at the ballpark. So we come into this one late in the afternoon, around 4:45. Teams are just going through their final instructions with each other. And we'll be getting this thing underway with George Brown, who comes into this game 0-2. They're from the city of Toronto, George Brown, and, of course, St. Clair from Windsor. There's a look at the St. Clair Saints batting lineup. Batting first will be Miller, the second baseman, followed by Harrison, the third baseman. Anderson will be batting third. He's the shortstop. Carter Rills, the catcher. He will be batting cleanup. McCosh, the left fielder. Robinson at first base, batting sixth. Hudwagner, the DH, batting seventh. Sleeman, the center fielder. And Brown Amlin, the right fielder, is batting ninth in this first game here. Again, the first game of two. Just about getting ready to get underway as the pitcher. Brady Knudsen is the pitcher. Big, tall right-hander, wearing number 3. So the right-hander getting his tosses in. These games feature 2 umpires, the home plate umpire and a base umpire. Other games I've seen, of course, the Canadian Nationals just here recently had 3 umpires working the diamond. In these games here we have 2, and George Brown got here a little bit late because they had bus troubles. The bus broke down. There was a delay of over an hour and a half, so this is why the later contests start. So Brady Nelson is the pitcher. Correction on his name, so we apologize for that. So Nelson, a right-hander, again, he's wearing number 3. Carter Reel is the Saints catcher, and we'll be getting this one underway very shortly. I can say at this time, I miss my broadcast partner, Ted Beal, from earlier. That's for sure. Did a great job with us. A little different working this one alone, but I think we'll get through it. Ted's a busy man today, so George Brown will lead things off here in the top of the first inning. It's going to be Connor Gentes. He'll be followed by Brandon Nole and then Marcus Hebeck. And the first pitch of the ball game is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count. Nobody out, nobody on. Second pitch is high and outside. Make it 1-1. 1-1 the count to Gentes. As mentioned, Brendan Nolay, the right fielder, is on deck for George Brown Huskies. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, make it 1-2. So Nelson ahead of the batter. 1-2 the count in the pitch. In tight, make it 2-2. So the count is even at 2-2. First batter up, nobody out, nobody on. We're glad you're aboard to watch this one here on WeDigital.ca. Coming to you live from Windsor, Ontario. The 2-2 pitch, strike three, swinging and a miss. One up and one down in the Saints' first inning. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Brendan Nolay, another left-handed batter. One out, nobody on, top of one. Nelson deals, it's up high, 1-0. Not much wind out there, that is for sure. It's a bright, warm, sunny day here in Windsor. Pitch is up high, make it 2-0. 2-0 the count to Nolay with Marcus Herbeck, the left fielder, on deck. The 2-0 pitch swung on and batted foul down the left field line, out of play. Counts now 2-1. May have mentioned earlier, the Huskies starting the year 0-2. The Saints are 2-0. They won both games they played last weekend up in the Sioux. So the Saints coming in here with a 2-0 record. 2-2 pitch is up high. The count is full. 2-3-2 the count. Nelson kicks and deals, and he walked him. So it's a ball four, first runner on base for the Huskies. Going to bring up the left fielder, Marcus Herbeck. Herbeck is a right-handed batter. So runner at first, one out, top of one. Nelson delivers the first pitch. It's up high, 1-0. A lot of his pitches early have been up high and out of the strike zone, but it is early. 1-0 the count, one out, one on, top of one. The 1-0 pitch, in for a strike, counts even, 1-1. Good pitch. 1-1 the count to Herbeck. Daniel Marquez is on deck for the Huskies. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. So Nelson ahead of the batter. 2 strikes and a ball. Runner at first. One out. Again, top of one. Bright, sunny day here at the refurbished Lacoste Park here in Tecumseh, Ontario. We're glad you're along here to watch OCAA baseball. The 1-2 pitch, there goes the runner. Fouled away. Got a piece of it. Runner goes back to first. Count remains 1-2. The 1-2 pitch swung on and hit into center field, very shallow. And it's put away by the center fielder for Team St. Clair. Andrew Sleeman with the catch. 2 out, 1 on. Look at this on the replay. Easy play for the center fielder. Easy beat on it. Again, 2 out, 1 on. We've just started this one. We're in the top of the first inning. Quick throw back to first. Diving safely is the runner. That's no lay. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Marquez. Mark Chamberlain, the DH, is waiting on deck. For George Brown. And the pitch, the runner goes. Throw to second, and he is going to be out. Out stealing, and it retires the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. As we get a look at this on the replay, got him dead to rights. Look at this. Perfect throw when he gets him. Scoreless as we come to the bottom of the first inning. We are back here at Lacoste Park. Bill Kelso bringing you the action here with the rest of the crew for WeDigital.ca. Ontario Colleges Athletic Association Baseball. St. Clair College Saints against the George Brown Huskies. Saints looking for their third straight win of the season to start the year. They're going to bring up Miller, Harrison, and Anderson will be the top 3 batters, and the first 3 batters for the Saints here in their top half, or bottom half, I should say, of the first inning.
Leading off for the Saints, second baseman number 24.
So the right-hander Finley Butler will square off against Jordan Miller, the Saints' second baseman, the first batter here in the bottom of the first. And the first pitch is inside for a ball, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Miller. Again, Adrian Harrison, the third baseman, is on deck. The 1-0 pitch swung on and hit into right field, base hit. And he's going to make his way to second. Here comes the throw, and he's going to dive in safely with a diving double. So Miller gets things on the go for Team St. Clair with a double. Look at this on the replay. Hit into right field, base hit. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Adrian Harrison. Runner at second, nobody out. Bottom of 1, and the Saints are threatening with a runner in scoring position. First pitch to Harrison, swung on and hit down the right field line, but it's going to twist foul. 0-1 to Harrison. The shortstop, Josh Anderson, is on deck. First 3 batters to face the pitcher for George Brown are right-handers. Anderson waits on deck. Fake attempt to second. Stepping off the mound was the pitcher, Finley Butler. Butler deals. Up high. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch. Off speed up high, make it 2-1. 2-1 the count to Adrian Harrison. Again, runner on second, nobody out, bottom of one. The game basically just underway. But the Saints are threatening here in their bottom half of the first inning. The pitch swung on, it's popped up. Is it a play going to be made? Yes, good play by the catcher. Nice diving play. One out. Look at this on the replay. Right near the dugout. Nice play. Good catch. Good play by the catcher. Going to bring up Josh Anderson, the shortstop. Off-speed pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Anderson. Now we've got time. Again, bottom of one. Count is 0-1 with one out. Still looking for the game's first run. Off-speed pitching for a strike. Count 0-2. 0-2 to Anderson with the catcher Henry Reel on deck. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and popped up. The first baseman makes the play, and an easy one at that. That was Marquez. 2 down in the Saints' first inning.
Catcher number 26, Henry Reel.
They'll bring up the catcher, Henry Reel. Runner on second, 2 out. And we're looking for the game's first run as we're in the bottom of one. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 the count to Reel. Has good power. The 0-1 pitch swung on and it's fouled off the screen right in front of us. Thank God for the netting on that, but have to catch that one. Count goes to 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, curveball swung on, hit the second base. Takes it on the first hop, and he throws him out. 4-3, as they say. And the inning is retired. 1 run, but no hits. We'll get a look at this in the replay. Made a nice play, but no runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the score at the end of 1, we are scoreless. We'll be back in just a sec.
Every child should learn how to swim for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
We are back here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. St. Clair College Saints baseball. St. Clair squaring off here against George Brown Huskies. We're getting ready to start the top half of the second inning. We are scoreless at the end of 1. Finishing up the warm-up tosses is Nelson. For for the Saints, and the first batter to face him will be the left fielder, Mitch McCosh.
Leading off the top of the second for the George Brown Huskies, first baseman number 20, Daniel Marquez.
He's going to bring up Daniel Marquez. He'll be the batter. He was up to bat the last inning, but the runner was caught stealing. So he's back up to bat. Mark Chamberlain is on deck, and then Tyler Romandel. The three batters scheduled here in the second inning. Fastball. It's a strike. Count is 1-1. 1-1 to Marquez. Chamberlain, as mentioned, and Romandel on deck for the Huskies. The 1-1 pitch, curveball hit to second. Good play. And the throw to first, and he gets him. So Miller over to first, one up and one down. And here's a look at this quickly on the replay. Pretty easy play. First, and he gets him. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, left-handed batter, Mark Chamberlain. One out, nobody on. Top of two. First game of two. On a gorgeous day here at the ballpark. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Chamberlain. And the pitch. Another swing and a miss. Make it 0-2. So Nelson up ahead on the batter. Second batter here in the second inning. Nelson deals. Swung on and fouled off to the left side of the ballpark. Got a chance to catch up with Chamberlain's parents and grandparents before the ball game. Great folks. They're happy they're visiting the city of Tecumseh and the town of Tecumseh, rather, as well as the accompanying city. In terms of Windsor, just down the road as well. Here's the pitch. Gets him swinging. 2 up and 2 down. Second strike out of the afternoon for Nelson.
Second baseman number 34, Tyler Romandel.
So Tyler Romandel, the second baseman, will step up, right-handed batter. Again, 2 outs, nobody on, top of 2. We're still looking for this game's first run. And the first pitch, curveball, swing and a miss. 0-1. Should he get aboard, the third baseman, Lucas Sears, is on deck for the Huskies. 0-1 pitch is up high and outside, 1-1. Nelson so far has shown reasonably good control, but the count has now worked to 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch swung on and hit into left field. Going back near the line, and the left fielder will make the play. That's Mitch McCosh on the catch. 3 up and 3 down, and no runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score as they go to the bottom of 2. We are scoreless here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh. We'll be right back.
The first kiss. She's thinking about a million things. Like, should I lean in or let him? Do I close my eyes or open them? But for him, he's only thinking about one thing. Did she have peanut butter for lunch?
Every child should learn how to swim for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
We are back at Lacoste Park. Bill Kelso here with WeDigital.ca. St. Clair College Saints against George Brown Huskies. Bottom of the second. Mitch McCosh will lead things off for the Saints. He'll be followed by Colin Robinson and then Joshua Hudwanger. And the first pitch to McCosh is inside corner, one strike to McCosh. McCosh, the left fielder, left-handed batter against the righty. 0-1 pitch on the way. Sliced into center field, base hit. Second hit of the afternoon for the Saints on a slicing single by McCosh. And it's going to bring up the first baseman, Colin Robinson. It's another guy with power for the Saints. So one on, nobody out, bottom of two. Game nicely underway here at the ballpark with sunny conditions, blue sky. Butler delivers rather inside and low, make it 1-0. 1-0 the count to Robinson. The DH, Joshua Hudwanger, is on deck for the Saints. Quick throw to first, and diving back safely is McCosh. Saints, a ball club not afraid to run. So it will be interesting to see how things unfold here this afternoon. Pitch is belted into center field. Center fielder is not going to make the play. Slow to react was the center fielder for the Huskies. That was Gentis, didn't get a jump on the ball, and the bases are now first and second on the hit by Robinson. So Josh Hudwanger will step up with two on, nobody out. First and second. Saints, like they did the first inning, have runners in scoring position. They are threatening. Butler deals. Curveball is low and outside. 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch swung on and hit down the right side. Will this drop? It is going to go foul. Didn't miss by much, but it was foul. That would have got to think at least one run in. Everybody has to go back to their base. Count 1-1 to Hudwanger. That could have been trouble if it had stayed fair. Curveball is swung on and fouled off. Count goes to 1-2 on Hudwanger. Andrew Sleeman on deck. Should Hudwanger get aboard? 1-2 the count. Again, 2 on. Nobody out. Bottom of 2. But the Saints are threatening. Saints coming to this game with a 2-0 record after the 2 wins, as mentioned earlier, up in the Sioux. The 1-2 pitch, high and outside, 2-2. 2-2 the count to Hudwanger. Two pitch on the way, swung on, sliced into right field for a base hit. Here comes the runner to home in the throw, and he is out. Good play by the right fielder to get McCosh. And there's one out, but runners are still now at first and second. comes. Look at this on the replay. See if we can get how close it is at the plate. Now, there you go. Third hit of the inning. Runners at first and second for Sleeman. Sleeman, the center fielder. And the first pitch to Sleeman is in tight. It's a ball, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Sleeman. Tyler Brown Amlin is on deck, the right fielder for St. Clair. 1 out, 2 on. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and hit into center field. Makes the play and an easy catch for the center fielder, Gentis. And there is 2 out in the second inning here for St. Clair. 1-0 the count to Sleeman. Again, relatively easy play for the center fielder. He got a beat on that one. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of 2. Saints still looking for their first run. And the pitch is low, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Tyler Brown Amlin. The 1-0 pitch just got a piece of it, fouls it off. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 the count. Butler has thrown a lot of pitchers early here in this contest. Runners have been aboard every inning, and here's the pitch. Chopped. Pitcher's going to have to make a quick play, and he's not going to make a play. So Finley Butler couldn't make the play. I would think they'll score an infield single. We'll await the call. Nevertheless, it's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Jordan Miller, with the bases loaded. 2 out here in the Saints' second inning. And the first pitch is low, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Miller. Had a double his first time up, but got stranded on base, didn't score. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, make it 1-1. 1-1 the count to Miller, with Adrian Harrison awaiting on deck. It was the fourth hit of the inning, but the Saints have yet to score. Here's the play at home. 4 straight singles. There's a belt into left field. Back, and it's going up against the wall. That's going to clear the bases. And it's going to be a stand-up double with 3 RBIs for Jordan Miller. And the Saints, just like that, have broken out into this one with 3 straight runs. Look at this on the replay. A lot of wood on this one. Back, into left center field. Up against the wall. That's going to and a stand-up double and 3 runs score. And it's going to be a stand-up double with 3 RBIs. Miller now Jordan 2 for 2 in the afternoon, and both of them have been doubles. Saints lead 3-0 here in the second. The pitch to Harrison is low and outside, 1-0. Fifth hit of the inning, second extra base hit of the game, both of them, in fact, by Miller, so he's had a great afternoon so far. 1-0 pitch is low, make it 2-0. 2-0 the count to Harrison, with Josh Anderson, the shortstop, awaiting on deck. And the Saints would like to continue this rally if they've picked up 3 runs here in their bottom half of the second inning. And the pitch swung on, fouled off the screen right in front of us. Count 2-1. 2-1 the count to Harrison. He popped up to the catcher his first time up. The 2-1 pitch up high off speed. Make it 3-1. 3-1 the count. Runner on second. 2 out, bottom of 2. And the Saints have scored 3 runs in this one. And they like to add to their total. And the pitch off speed, and he walked them. Up high and off speed, so it's now first and second. And it's going to bring up the shortstop. Josh Anderson will step up. Popped up the first in his first at-bat, so he's 0 for 1 in the afternoon. Runners at first and second. Again, the Saints threatening again to score. They already lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch gets away from the catcher, and the runners are going to advance. And now the runners are at second and third, both in scoring position. One and 0 is the count. Anderson, again, popped up the first his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 in the afternoon. But he has 2 runners in scoring position. The 1-0 pitch swung on and belted down the left field line, but it's going to twist foul. Had got a rip. Got a lot of muscle on that one, but he pulled it foul. One and 1 the count to Josh Anderson. The pitch swung on, hit shortstop off his glove, and he's not going to make the play. Tough play. We'll have to see how they score that one. I'm thinking error. We'll know in a moment. Was hit hard, but he had the room to make the play, in my view. Let's see how they score it. Nevertheless, it's first and third. We're just waiting for the adjudication on the play.
After number 26, Henry Real.
Henry Real will step up to the plate. And the pitch swung on. Solid hit down the left field line. 1 run will score. Make it 2. And the Saints now lead it 5-0 on the double by Henry Real. Can't tell from here. Can we tell up here what was the score on that last play? Was it ruled an error? I can't tell from our location. It was ruled an error. It's going to bring up Mitch McCosh. Runner at second. And 1 out. Should say 2 out. Apologize. 2 outs. And the Saints lead now 5-0 here in their second. In the second inning. McCosh with a single his last time up. In fact, it was this inning. 3 doubles so far for the Saints, and we haven't played 2 innings. And they have scored 5 runs this inning. The pitch is outside and low. 3-0 the count to McCosh. 6 hits so far in the inning, along with an error, has led to all this scoring. Again, 5 runs here in the Saints' second inning. The 3-0 pitch. Swings on a 3-0 pitch. It's hit into center field. Left field should say off the wall, and the runner will score. It was left center. Going to be a double. They couldn't make the play on it, and now it's 6-0. 6 runs here in the Saints' second inning. And we're going to have a visit to the mound for the Huskies, and the Saints have struck for 7 hits in the inning. So it's now 7-0.
First baseman number 11, Colin Robinson.
He's going to bring up Colin Robinson. Saints with 7 hits in the inning. Eight overall, and now a 7-0 lead here in the second inning. Pitcher steps up, or steps off the mound. Robinson had a single his first time up again in this inning. Pitch is low and outside, 1-0. The 11th batter in this inning, and he's batted twice. Now, way outside. Make it 2-0. 2-0, runner on second. 2 out. And the Saints with a big lead here early in this one. The game is broken out, scoring-wise, certainly here in the second inning. The pitch. Hit way up in the air. Shortstop trying to find it, and he's going to make the play. It retires the side, but not before 7 runs are put across the board along with 7 hits. And the score, as we go to the top of the third inning, 7-0 for the Saints. We'll be back with more right after this.
Manpower. That's our specialty. We use it to build infrastructure, like the $1 billion Parkway. That's real manpower in action. End to end, over 1,000 strong, forming bridges, carving out tunnels, shaping roadways. Our manpower is in demand. Well-trained, highly skilled, tough as nails. We've got what it takes to build your career. A solid career for building a better future. LiUNA. Feel the power.
We are back at Lacoste Park. Bill Kelso and the rest of the Weed Digital gang. Here in the top of the third inning, and the Saints with a 7-0 lead. It's hit high up in the air. The shortstop makes the call on the play, and batter is out. 1 up and 1 down. On the play by Anderson. So 1 up and 1 down in the third, and he'll bring up third baseman Connor Candellini. Top of the third inning. George Brown looking to get back into this one after a disastrous second inning. They trail by 7. Pitch is up high. 2-0. 2-0 the count to Candellini. Lucas Richardson is on deck for the Huskies. Nelson deals. Good pitching for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. He has retired 7 straight batters, has 2 strikeouts so far on the afternoon, and the pitch is way outside, make it 3-1. 3-1 the count. Has walked a batter, but he was caught stealing in the first inning, so he's had the limit. That's outside, and he gets his second walk of the afternoon, delivered there by the pitcher. Brady Nelson.
Shortstop number 9, Lucas Richardson.
He'll bring up Lucas Richardson, the shortstop. First time up this afternoon. Left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher. 1-0, 1 on, top of 3. Saints lead by 7. It's 7-0. Pitch is up high, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Richardson. Quick throw to first base by Nelson. That was over to Robinson. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. Good pitch, low strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 the count to Richardson. Left fielder Connor Gentis on deck for George Brown. The 1-1 pitch fouled off. Ball comes back on the field after hitting the top of the screen. Now ahead of the batter, 1-2. 1-2 the count on Richardson. Runner at first. 1 out. The pitch is way outside. Make it 2-2. 2-2 the count. Nelson's thrown a few more pitches to start this third inning when he did the last inning. Quick throw to first base. Has a quick move. The 2-2 pitch, swung on, ground ball to short. Bobbled it, flipped it to second for 1. He gets him. He was looking for 2, but he bobbled the ball. Sharply hit, but 1 out nevertheless. So a fielder's choice. You could look at that on the replay. Good recovery. Runner at first, 2 out.
Center fielder number 17, Connor Gentis.
He'll bring up the left fielder, Connor Gentis. Struck out his first time up, so there's a runner at first, 2 out. Top of 3. And the pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Gentis. The right fielder, Brendan Nolay, waits on deck. Should Gentis get aboard? There goes the runner. The throw to second, and he is going to be safe. So a stolen base for Richardson. Just missed him on the tag, too. He was close. Runner now at second, man in scoring position for the Huskies. As mentioned, Gentis struck out his first time out. 2-1's the count, 2 out, top of third. And the 2-1 pitch. Make it 2-2. The count is even at 2-2. Two and two, 2 out, 1 on. Again, top of the third inning. If you've just joined us here on WeDigital.ca, OCAA baseball. Here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. The 2-2 pitch is low and inside, make it 3-2. 3-2 the count to Gentis. And the payoff pitch swung on and hit into center field. It's going to be a long hit there for the Huskies. One run will score. It becomes 7-1. And he's going to hold up with a double. That was Gentis with a double and an RBI. And it's now 7-1 for the Saints. Pretty good belt there by Gentis. Got a good rip. Going to bring up Brandon Nolay, the right fielder. Walked his first time out. Now they're appealing to first base, but that's not going to work. Nevertheless, runner now at second. 2 out. The Huskies on the scoreboard. It's now 7-1 for the Saints. They still trail by 6, but they have a run in scoring position. It's the first run off Nelson. Pitch is outside and high, 1-0. 1-0 the count. And the 1-0 pitch is low, make it 2-0. 2-0 the count to Brandon Nolay. Brendan Nolay, 2-2. Runner at second. The pitch. Meant to say 2-0. 2-1 now the count. 2-1 the count to Nolay. Two-one pitch on the way. Strike 2. The count is even at 2-2. So 2-2 to Nolay. Again, runner at second. 2 out, top of the third. Saints lead by 6. And the 2-2 pitch just got a piece of it. Went foul. Count remains 2-2. Two-two pitch, gets him swinging, and it retires aside, but not before the Huskies break the shutout. They get a run, one hit, no errors, and the score as we go to the top, or rather the bottom of the third, the Saints lead it 7-1. We'll be back with more baseball right after this. We are back here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. And that's game going to be number 2, tentatively scheduled here in this one at 6:30 or so, but we will see what happens on that one. Might be a little later than that for game 2, but this is the first of 2 with the George Brown Huskies and the St. Clair College Saints. Saints starting the year 2-0. The Huskies are 0-2. And starting things off for the Saints here in the bottom of the third. Be the designated hitter, Josh Hudwagner. Had a single and scored a run his first time up. So the first batter here in the Saints' third inning. They would like to add to their run total as they lead by 6 here to start the bottom third, or third inning. Bottom of the third inning. Pitches outside, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Hudvagner. Sleeman and Brown Amlin will be the next two batters after this one. Chop towards third. Long throw to first, and he gets him. So the third baseman makes the play. That was Sears. 5-3 if you're scoring at home. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Andrew Sleeman. Sleeman flew out the center his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. So 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the third. Saints lead 7-1, and here's the first pitch to Sleeman. It's up high, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Sleeman. 5 of St. Clair's hitters have a hit so far in this contest. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Hit into center field, right to the center fielder. Didn't have to move much, that's for sure. An easy play with the center fielder. That was Gentis. Look at this in the replay. We'll bring up Tyler Brown Amlin. Getting back to Sleeman, he has flown out twice to center field, but that was an easy play for Gentis. And Brown Amlin had a single and scored a run his first time up. 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the third. Pitch is outside, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Brown Amlin. Second baseman Jordan Miller awaits on deck should he get aboard. The 1-0 pitch. Off speed in for a strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 the count to Brown Amlin. And the pitch. Low and away, 2-1. Two one pitch. Swung on, sliced towards right field. It's going to be a base hit. So a single for Brown Amlin, his second of the afternoon. 9th hit of the afternoon for the Saints. It's going to bring up Jordan Miller, the second baseman, who's had 2 doubles and 3 RBIs so far in 2 appearances, so he's had a great afternoon. Runner at first, 2 out. Bottom of the third. Saints would like to get Brown Amlin across the plate here in this inning. And the pitch gets away from the catcher, went off his glove, but the runner is going to trot the second base from first. That's Brown Amlin. They call that a pass ball. Now there's a runner at second, man in scoring position. Again, 2 out, run on. And Miller, who has had 2 doubles so far this afternoon, along with 3 RBIs, has had a big day. Let's see if he continues it. The pitch. High up in the air. Second baseman's drifting back. No, they're going to drop right in front of the right fielder. Didn't get a beat on it. Runner scores from second. When they wait the scoring on that one, I don't know if they lost it in the sun or not. But nevertheless, it's now 8-1. As you get a look at this in the replay, that was an earlier pitch that went wide. They're going to score a double. Well, that's his 3rd double this afternoon. 4th RBI of the afternoon for Miller. He's going to bring up Adrian Harrison. Harrison fouls it back. Counts 0-1. So 3 straight doubles for Jordan Miller. Count is 1-1 to Harrison. Walked his last time out, but scored. Off-speed pitches up high. Make it 2-1. 8 ones are scored. If you've just joined us, Saints erupted for 7 in inning number 2, have scored once in this one. Two-one pitch on the way. In for a strike, make it 2-2. Josh Anderson awaits on deck for the Saints. Runner at second. 2 out. Hit into right field. It is foul. It bended foul. Count is 1-2. Saints so far with 10 hits here on the afternoon. We're only in the third inning. 1-2 pitch. Nope. Decides to fake the runner back to second. Didn't think he was going anywhere, quite frankly. I'm talking about the runner. And now the pitch. Look out in tight. Make it 2-2. 2-2 the count to Harrison, with Josh Anderson, as mentioned earlier, on deck. Two-two pitch. Ground ball to third. It actually went off the shortstop's glove. The third baseman diving, couldn't get it. Now the runner's at first and third. Look at this on the replay. Tough play. That's going to be a single, I would think, and it's runners at first and third for Anderson.
Shortstop number 17, Josh Anderson.
Anderson's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Runners are now at first and third with 2 out. Here in the Saints' third inning, and they lead by 7. Now with 2 aboard, but certainly like to add to their lead. And the pitch is way outside. Runner's going to go to second. Not contested. So now it's second and third with 2 out and 2 men in scoring position for the Saints. One 0 pitch is low, make it 2-0. 2-0 the count to Anderson. He's only one of 2 batters who hasn't had a hit so far this afternoon. Swing and a miss. The third base runner did not advance. Count is 2-1. 2-1 the count to Anderson. Catcher Henry Reel awaits on deck. Should Anderson get aboard, but runners are at second and third. Saints would like to get into double digits right about now. And there's a shot into center field, base hit. And they are going to get their wish. And the run scores a 2 RBI single for Anderson. You got to look at this on the replay. And it's now 10-1. And the lone hitter so far with a hit is Sleeman. Keep in mind we're only in the third inning, but it's now 10-1. 4 runs this inning. Henry Reel, the batter. Count is 1-0. Runner at first, 2 out. And the Saints lead by 9 now here in the third inning. Pitch is low. Make it 2-0. 2-0 the count to Reel. 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Had a double his last time up. Two 2-0 pitch on the way, was off speed, called a strike. Runner did not advance on the drop ball. Runner remains at first. Count 2-1 to Reel. Quick throw to first. And the pitch swung on, belted down the left side. It is going to drop in for a hit. One run will score, the runner that was on base. And it's now 11-1, and Real goes to second with a stand-up double. So it's 11-1 here in this third inning on the second double of the afternoon by Real. Has now 3 RBIs on the afternoon. And now the manager is going to have a conference at the mound. And that's going to be all. For Finley Butler, 2 2/3 innings. And with 11 runs on the board, there's a look at the standings while we have a pause in the action. The Humber Hawks have played 6 already, so they're 6-0. Durham Lords are second place, 3-1, and then there's a couple teams at 2-0, including the Saints and then the Lambton Lions, and then we go on through the list. But we're going to get a pitching change. We're just waiting for the first announcement on that one, who the new pitcher will be coming out of the bullpen. He's a right-hander, that much we do know. So unfortunately for Butler, he allows 11 runs. And we haven't even quite played 3 innings, so a tough outing for he and the Huskies so far in this one in the first game of 2. Jackson Tutton is the pitcher.
Now pitching for George Brown, number 11, Jackson Tutton.
So Tutton, a right-hander, will face Mitch McCosh, who is 2 for 2 on the afternoon once he's done his warm-up tosses. Saints have scored no runs in the first 7 in the second, have scored 4 so far here in the third inning, and they lead 11-1 here in this one. Saints with 5 hits in this inning, 13 overall. And we're just getting set to resume action here in the Saints' bottom half of the third inning.
Left fielder number 32, Mitch McCosh.
As mentioned, McCosh, who is a left-handed batter, 2 for 2 on the afternoon, a single and a double. Runner at second, 2 out. Tutton on the mound, and his first pitch is low, 1-0. So 1-0, the count to McCosh. The 1-0 pitch, in for a strike, make it 1-1. Caught the corner, 1-1 the count. Saints bats certainly have been rattling here this afternoon with 13 hits so far. The 1-1 pitch, belted foul down the right side. Got a good rip, but it went foul. Runner at second, 2 out, 1-2 pitch on the way is hit up way in the air. Shortstop makes the play and the side is retired. Not before the Saints, however, score 4 runs. And at the end of the third, it is 11-1. We'll be back with more right after this.
Good evening, sir. Where are you coming from?
I was just at a buddy's watching a game.
Have you consumed any alcohol tonight?
I had a couple beers.
Thanks. Can I ask you to step out of the vehicle, please?
How many drinks does it take to impair your ability to drive safely? Having even just a few casual drinks can impair your driving ability to the point that you could lose your license for at least 3 days or more.
Hi, honey. Can you come pick me up?
Play it safe with alcohol. If you plan on drinking, don't plan on driving.
The first kiss. She's thinking about a million things, like should I lean in or let him? Do I close my eyes or open them? But for him, he's only thinking about one thing. Did she have peanut butter for lunch?
We are back at Lacoste Park. Bill Kelso along with the rest of the crew here for WeDigital.ca. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. These two teams just getting set to get underway for the top of the fourth inning.
The left fielder, number 3, Marcus Herbeck.
Going to bring up the left fielder, Marcus Herbeck, to lead off for the Huskies' fourth inning. They trail by 10. It's 11-1. The Saints have scored 11 runs in their last 2 innings. First pitch in for a strike on the arm of Nelson. 0-1 the count. Herbeck 0 for 1 in the afternoon. Herbeck threw it to center his first time up. Count is 1-1. 1-1 the count. Just starting the fourth inning. The 1-1 pitch in for a strike, make it a 1-2. Good pitch by Nelson. Did allow a run his last inning up. The strikeout is recorded, throw to first, and that is the fourth strikeout of the afternoon for Nelson. Second in a row. 1 up and 1 down in the Huskies' fourth inning, and it's going to bring up first baseman Daniel Marquez. Ground out to second his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 in the afternoon, and the first delivery is outside and high. 1-0 the count to Marquez. Marquez out of Toronto, Ontario. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, make it 1-1. 1-1 the count to Marquez with Chamberlain on deck. One pitch. Again, a swing and a miss, make it 1-2. Went a little off speed on that one. He thought he pulled the string a little bit, but the count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch on the way, up high, make it 2-2. 2-2 the count to Marquez. Again, he grounded out the second his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. 2-2 pitch, curveball, but it went off his bat and off the foot of the catcher. Count remains 2-2. Nelson has struck out 4 so far this afternoon. Walk 2. Ground ball to short, hit slowly. Long throw to first, and he calls it safe. Tough play. Let's take a look at this on the replay. So safe at first
Designated hitter number 7, Mark
is Marquez. Going to bring up Chamberlain, Mark Chamberlain, the DH. Runner at first, 1 out. High and outside, 1-0. Waiting for the official scoring on that. It was hit pretty slowly to short. Count goes to 2-0. 2-0 the count. Again, runner at first, one out. And the pitch inside. Three and 0. So the count has worked to 3-0 on Chamberlain. The 3-0 pitch. Strike one. So one strike to Mark Chamberlain. He struck out at first time up. 1 out, 1 on. Fouls it back. Count goes to 3-2. And the payoff pitch is swung on and belted into left field, base hit. Runner is going to go to third. Here's the throw, and he is going to be safe. And the runner also goes to second. That's Chamberlain. So second and third on the hit by Mark Chamberlain. And the Huskies have men in scoring position with runners at second and third with just one out here in the fourth inning.
Second baseman number 34, Tyler Romandel.
So Romandel, the second baseman who flew out to left field his first time up, steps up to the plate for the Huskies with 2 on and 1 out. Good pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. Huskies have had 2 hits this inning. It's second and third. And the 0-1 pitch. Off speed in for a strike. Good curve. 0-2. Lucas Sears will be the next scheduled batter. Should Romandel get it aboard. And the pitch. Just up high. 1-2. 1-2 the count. Again, runners at second and third. And time is called. And the pitch. Hit his bat. It's a pass ball, actually. Out at first. Runners did not advance. So a strikeout against Romandel brings up Lucas Sears.
Third baseman number 15, Lucas Sears.
Sears flew out to left field his first time up. Runners remain at second and third. 2 out, 2 on. And the Saints with an 11-1 lead here in the top of the fourth inning. Fastball in for a strike. Good pitch. 0-1 the count. Connor Candellini awaits on deck for the Huskies. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. Curveball is low, 1-1. 1-1 the count. Pitch is fouled back up behind us over the screen and the roof and whatnot here at the ballpark. Count goes to 1-2. So 1-2 the count on Lucas Sears. Again, he flew out to left field his first time up. Nelson trying to put him away. Curveball is in the dirt but blocked by the catcher. Henry Reel making the stop there. And the count goes to 2-2. So 2-2 the count. And the pitch way outside. Here's the throw home, and he is going to be out at home. Reel with the toss to Nelson gets him at home, and that retires the side. We're going to look at this quickly on the replay. That was the previous pitch. We're going to get it again. Nevertheless, that was the end of the fourth inning, and 11-1 is our score. We'll be back with more baseball right after this.
Every child should learn how to swim for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
We are back here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario with the OCAA baseball. The St. Clair College Saints and the Huskies. I'm George Brown from Toronto. And we're in an 11-1 ball game as we get set to start the bottom half of the fourth inning for the Saints, the home team. So again, it's 11-1 for the Saints as we get set to start the bottom half of the fourth inning. Robinson, Hudwanger, and Sleeman are the scheduled three batters for the Saints. Jackson Tutton still on the mound for the Huskies.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth, the St. Clair Saints and batting for Robinson, number 20, Cannon Gale.
So Cannon Gale is going to be a pinch batter. Plays third base and first base, so he's going to pinch hit for Robinson. As the Saints are going to their bench in this contest. Off-speed pitch in for a strike against Gale. 11-1's our score. Bottom of four. And the 0-1 pitch to Gale. Look out. It was off speed. It counts 1-1. It did get away from the pitcher. No damage. 1-1 the count. We're going to have another batter after this one, a new player. There's a ground ball. It's foul down the left field side past third base. On deck, it looks like it's number 28. Rowan Glasgow will be batting in place of Hudwagner. But we'll wait for the official word. That's so far we see on deck anyways. Count is 1-2 to Gale. Ball is belted into left field, and it's going to get by the left fielder. All the way to second with a stand-up double. Cannon Gale. So a double as we get a look at this in the replay. The left fielder couldn't track it, and it dropped all the way to the wall, and it's a double for Gale, and it's going to bring up a left-handed batter. Alan Glasgow will pinch hit. So Glasgow, the batter, left-handed batter, runner on second. Nobody out, the left-handed batter. His first time up today. Pitching for a strike. He's pinch hitting for Hud Wagner. One on, nobody out. That was the 14th hit so far in the afternoon for the Saints as they have a runner at second, again with nobody out. And the 0-1 pitch is outside and high. Make it 1-1. 1-1 the count. One pitch on the way, in for a strike. Count goes to 1-2. So 1-2 the count. The pitch swung on and fouled away. We're going to have a third pinch batter in the inning coming up. Looks like it's Spencer Morin will be pinch hitting for the Saints. One on, nobody out. Glasgow with the batter. The 1-2 pitch. Got a good wood on it, but he twisted it foul. Count remains 1-2. Glasgow is an outfielder. Morin, who will be batting next, or is the scheduled next hitter, outfielder pitcher. So the Saints getting some players into this contest. The 1-2 pitch, just a piece of it at the end of his bat. Count stays at 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. Slowly towards second. Long throw to first. Waiting for the call. He got him. Runner advances to third. We get a look at this in the replay. It was very slow. The shortstop actually made the play. So Glasgow was out at first, but the runner goes to third on the play. And as mentioned, Spencer Morin will be the pinch hitter. Trip to the mound for the manager. Runner at third, 2 out. And we're going to get a pitching change. So a pitching change coming up here. It's going to be Chase Holochuk. So he'll get the warm-up tosses here in the bottom of the fourth inning with 1 out and a runner at third base. Saints with 14 hits so far in this contest. As once he's done his warm-up tosses, And again,
For George Brown Huskies, number 20.
Chase Holochuk.
Chase Olawachuk.
So Holochuk is the pitcher. Third pitcher of the afternoon for the Huskies. Just finishing up his warm-up tosses. Again, if you just joined us, it's 11-1 St. Clair over the George Brown Huskies. We're only in game one, first of two. And the Saints have a runner at third with one out. And the batter for the Saints, the third batter, a pinch batter, third pitch batter in the inning, Spencer Morin will be the batter. Left-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher. So Morin steps in against Holochuk. Again, runner at third, one out. Bottom of four. And the pitch. Chop towards first. He's not going to make the play. It went off his glove. The first baseman runner will score, and it makes it 12-1. Look at that on the replay. Tyler Brown Amlin, who's 2 for 2 on the afternoon, will step up. Saints lead it 12-1, still just one out, runner at first. Amlin with 2 singles, should say Brown Amlin. Look out inside, but in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Tyler Brown Amlin. And the pitch off the catcher's hand. Is he going to get him? No. So Morin goes to second on the steal. Runner at second. Still one out. And the pitch, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. 1-2 to Amlin Brown. Saints have scored 1 run this inning. Again, they lead by 11. The pitch, strike free call, got him. So Amlin Brown Amlin, I should say, looks at a strikeout registered by Holochuk. Holochuk with the strikeout for the Huskies. Going to bring up Jordan Miller, who is 3 for 3 on the afternoon with 3 doubles. Runner at second, 2 out. Bottom of 4. Inside, goes by the catcher. Runner will advance to third easily. And now there's a runner on third with 2 out. Here in the Saints' 4th inning. The lead by 11. And the pitch. Ground ball hit sharply to second. Look out, he's not going to make the play. And Miller's going to be safe at first. Run will score. It's now 13-1. So the Saints have scored 2 runs in this inning. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Adrian Harrison. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He's scored twice, and the Saints now lead at 13-1. Pitch is up high, 1-0. One 0 pitch on the way, swung on, hit to third. Long throw to first, and he gets him, and the side retires, but not before more damage occurs. Look at this on the replay, and we'll tell you all about the damage, but there's the replay to the third baseman. Made a good play. We are back here at Lacoste Park. Bill Kelso and the rest of the crew here for WeDigital.ca. And the Saints with a pretty big lead. It's 13-1. And the Saints, 14 hits in this one. And 13 runs as we get set to start the top of the fifth inning. Lucas Sears will be the first batter, the third baseman. You have a left-handed pitcher on the mound.
Third baseman number 15, Lucas Sears.
Jonas LeClair is the new pitcher for St. Clair. Left-hander. Fastball in for a strike. Good pitch. 0-1. The count to Sears. Shortstop with the play. The long throw to first. Great scoop by the first baseman. For the Saints, look at this again on the replay. Cannon Gale with a great scoop. Connor Candolini, the batter. One out. Nobody on. Ball is up high. 2-0 the count to Candolini. He walked his first time up. Top of the fifth, 13-1 is our score. Pitch is outside. 3-0. 3-0 the count. Good pitch. Jonas LeClair has mentioned the pitcher. Another pitch in for a strike. The count becomes full. 3-2. 3-2 the count to Candolini. Three-two pitch on the way, swung on, and it's going to be a soft liner to the first baseman. Cannon Gale with the play. Relatively easy, soft liner. 2 out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Shortstop number 12, Chad Samaru.
Pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Chad Samaru is the batter. Up high, 1-1. 1-1 the count to Samaru. And the pitch. Fouled down the right side. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 the count. 2 out. Top of 5. The Saints lead 13-1. Clair deals. It's a strikeout. They got to throw it to first, and the long throw to first. And that does retire the side, end the contest. And the game is over. This one, anyways, with the mercy rule into effect. 13-1 our score. And the score in this one, 13-1 is our final score. The Saints win game 1. We'll have game 2 for you shortly. So that's the story so far here at the ballpark at Lacoste. Saints win the first one, 13-1. We'll be back with more baseball just a little bit later on, around 7 o'clock.